Okay, good morning, class. So, today I am going to discuss a very interesting topic of CBSE Class 10, that is trigonometry. Here we will be discussing about trigonometric identities, and basically we will discuss about a magical hexagon. Okay, magical hexagon. Why I am calling it as a magical hexagon? Because by this magical hexagon you can remember almost 40 trigonometric identities. Yes, 40 trigonometric identities means almost all the trigonometric identities, all the trigonometric formulas can be learned or can be remembered. You don't have to memorize any of the formula if you know this trigonometric hexagon or the magical hexagon. That is why I am calling it as a magical hexagon. So first of all, let me tell you how you will draw this magical hexagon, and then we'll discuss about the different set of formulas. So for drawing the magical hexagon, simply we will draw a hexagon. As we all know, hexagon has 6 sides. So I have drawn a hexagon. Okay, and if I join the opposite vertices, it is having how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 vertices it is having, and this magical hexagon is having 1 at the center. Okay, 1 is at the center. Now we will join the opposite vertices. I've joined like this, and this vertex will be joined with this, and these two vertices will be joined like this. Okay, now we know the formula that tan theta is equal to sine upon cos. So we will remember like this. This is tan theta, this vertex is tan, is equal to sine upon cos. This is sine, this is cos. Okay, and then the 3 C's, that is cos, cot and cosec, will come to the same side of the hexagon. So this will be cos. Okay, this will be opposite of tan is cot, and opposite of sine is cosec, and what is left? Sec. So again I am telling you how to remember this. First you will write tan, and then tan is equal to sine upon cos. So tan, sine, cos, and then cos, cot and cosec on the same side, and what is left is sec. So in this way, and 1 is at the center. So this is our trigonometric magical hexagon. Why I am calling it as a magical hexagon? Because you can remember 40 formulas, 39 or 40 trigonometric formulas or trigonometric identities with the help of this hexagon. Now let us discuss about one by one. First formula is like, I am just keeping it in front of this. The very first formula with this is that, like, this is tan, and if you are moving from tan to cos, so basically tan is equal to sine upon cos. Okay, the first that is tan is equal to sine upon cos when we are moving it clockwise. So first identity, tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. Hope that is clear. Now second identity, that is, if we are starting from sine and we are going from sine to cot, so it will be sine theta is equal to cos theta upon cot theta. Very simple, as simple as that. Now similarly, cos theta will be equal to cot theta upon cosec theta. Okay, now from cot theta we can go Now we can go from cot theta to sec theta. Okay, so cot theta to sec theta, we get cot theta equals to cosec theta upon sec theta. Okay, similarly from cosec theta to tan theta we can go. So we can write cosec theta is equal to sec theta upon tan theta. Okay, and the last one, that is sec theta to sin theta. So we get sec theta equals to tan theta upon sin theta. Hope you have understood. These are the first set of formulas. Okay. Now let us look at the second set of formulas. With the help of same, we will draw the magical hexagon. Again starting from tan theta is equal to sin upon cos. Now cos, cot and cosec on the same side, and after that what is left is sec, and 1 is at the center. So in the earlier case we have seen that we were moving from clockwise. Now what if we are moving anti-clockwise? Then also this will hold true. Like if we are saying that tan theta and we are moving from tan theta to cosec theta, so it will become tan theta is equal to cosec theta, sec theta upon cosec theta, sec theta upon cosec theta. Okay, tan theta is equal to sec theta upon cosec theta. Now sec theta will be equal to cosec upon cot, cosec theta upon cot theta. So both are true, either you are going anti-clockwise or you are going clockwise. Now again from cosec to cos, so we can say that cosec theta is equal to cot theta upon cos theta. Okay, now if we are moving from cot to sin, then we can write cot theta is equal to cos theta upon sin theta. Okay, and similarly if we are moving from cos theta to tan theta, then cos theta is equal to sin theta upon tan theta. And last but not the least, that is sin to sec. So sin theta is equal to tan theta upon sec theta. Tan theta upon sec theta. Okay, understood? So either you are going clockwise or you are going anti-clockwise. So we have learned that 6 identities this one and 6 these identities, total 12 set of identities we have derived. By moving 6 identities we have derived by moving clockwise direction, and 6 of the identities by moving the anti-clockwise direction. Now still we have more identities left. Again quickly we'll revise. Start with tan is equal to sin upon cos, then cos, cot and cosec all with 3 c's on the same side, and what is left is sec. So this is okay. Now we will see the opposite ones. So opposite ones, you can see that sine is opposite to cosec and there is a 1 in between. Okay, there is 1 in between. So we can write sine of theta multiplied by cosec of theta, sine of theta multiplied by cosec of theta is equal to 1. Sin theta into cosec theta is equal to 1. Similarly, we can write like this, that cos theta multiplied by sec theta equals to 1. Cos theta and sec theta are opposite. Now tan theta and cot theta are opposite. So tan theta multiplied by cot theta is equal to 1. So 3 more set of properties we have discussed. We can derive with the help of this magical hexagon. Okay, now one more thing. Now if we look at the two, tan theta and cos theta, and between the tan theta and cos theta we are having sin theta. So another set of properties, tan theta into cos theta is equal to sin theta, and cos is coming between sin and cot, so sin theta into cot theta equals to what is coming in between, cos theta. Okay, and similarly now cos theta and cosec theta. Cos theta and cosec theta, what is coming in between cos and cosec? That is cot theta. Again, cot theta and sec theta. Cot theta and sec theta, what is coming in between cot and sec? That is cosec theta. Okay, cosec theta and tan theta, what is coming in between? That is sec theta. Okay, and one last, that is sec theta and sin theta, that is equal to sec and sin, what is coming in between? That is tan theta. Okay, hope you have understood these identities. Now sin theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta. This is one more property. Sin theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta. Sin theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta. Similarly, cosec theta can also be written as 1 upon sin theta. Similarly, if we take a look at sec and cos, so cos theta is equal to 1 upon sec theta, and sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta. Okay, and similarly the third pair is tan and cot. So tan theta is equal to 1 upon cot theta, and cot theta is equal to 1 upon tan theta. Okay, these are the 6 different set of properties. Now let us look at complementary. Complementary angles are those angles whose sum is 90 degree. So there is a relation of complementary also, sine and cosec. If we are looking at sine and so complementary, for complementary we will be looking like this, that sine theta and cos theta, they are complementary. So we will write sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus of theta. Sin theta is equal to cos 90 minus of theta. Similarly, cos and cot are complementary. So sorry, sin and cos are complementary, cos and sin are complementary. So cos theta is equal to sin of 90 minus of theta, and sec and cosec are complementary. So we can write sec theta is equal to cosec 90 minus of theta, and cosec theta is equal to sec 90 minus of theta. Okay, what is left? only one is left, that is tan and cot. So we can write tan theta is equal to cot 90 minus theta, and cot theta is equal to tan 90 minus of theta. Okay. Apart from this, very important, once again tan is equal to sine upon cos, cos, cot and cosec, all c's on the same side, left is sec and 1 is in between. So here you can see that if we just join these lines, okay, and we are having a look at this triangle. If we are looking at this triangle, for example, first triangle. So in this triangle, one is written and this is there. So if we are going clockwise like this, so we can write it as sine square theta plus of cos square theta equals to 1. You can see sine square theta plus of cos square theta equals to 1. This is the first case. Now in the second identity, cot 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta, and this is the third one, that is tan square theta plus 1, tan square theta plus 1 is equal to sec square theta. Okay. Now this is it true for the anti-clockwise direction also? Yes, it is. It is true for the anti-clockwise direction also. So what if we go anti-clockwise like this? So that is 1 plus 1, but here instead of plus we will have minus sign. So 1 minus of cos square theta is equal to sine square theta. 1 minus of cos square theta is equal to sine square theta. When we are going clockwise, we are doing plus, we are having plus of sign, and when we are going anti-clockwise, we are having minus sign. Similarly here also. So it is cosec square theta minus of cot square theta equals to 1. So cosec square theta minus of cot square theta equals to 1. Third is this, that is sec square theta minus of 1 is equal to tan square theta. So we have discussed that with the help of this magical hexagon of trigonometry, we can remember almost 40 trigonometric identities. Means you don't have to learn any formula for the trigonometric identities if you know this magical hexagon. Thank you so much. That's it for today. God bless you all. Signing off, Tufail Rizvi from Lucknow Public College, Gomti Nagar. Jai Hind.